services are placed on high alert. For many persons seeking medical care, defining what an emergency is can be difficult to assess given all that is occurring during the storm. The following basic guidelines are designed to help you assess your emergency. If you are experiencing symptoms like shortness of breath, chest pain, severe pain, disorientation, extreme vomiting or diarrhea, vision disturbance or suicidal thoughts, you should seek immediate medical assistance. If you are bleeding significantly or otherwise severely injured, seek emergency assistance immediately. Children presenting with symptoms like high fever and extremely listless or lethargic behavior need to be taken to the emergency room immediately. If you are unsure of the extent of your condition, you are advised to seek medical assistance immediately. Share your symptoms with the on-call doctor and get advice as to whether or not it can wait until normal business hours. Remember, emergency care is not a convenient option for basic medical care during a storm. The Public Hospitals Authority encourages members of the public to use these basic guidelines to help decide on whether something is an emergency or not. The authority reminds the public that in the case of an emergency, always call 911 or head immediately to the emergency room. This message has been brought to you by the Public Hospitals Authority.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Special birthday greetings going out to Nisi Ferguson. I got your message. And happy birthday to my daughter celebrating her 10th birthday today. Happy birthday. And that's going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Ramiko Knowles.
I'm Jay Philippe.
Thank you so much for tuning in. The Bahamas Tonight comes your way next. Here's a live look at them now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
First at 11. A major illegal operation taken down by authorities, a significant seizure off of Paradise Island. We have the exclusive tonight, straight ahead. Also, the new value-added tax rate has taken effect, reducing the sales tax by 50% on food items in grocery stores. How have consumers responded to the reduction and retailers adapted to the new rate? And a former prime minister is applauding a newly appointed judge who gave a scathing analysis of the judicial system and what is needed to ensure the timely administration of justice. The Bahamas Tonight at 11 starts now. Good evening, everyone. I'm Royson Jones, and this is the Bahamas Tonight at 11. Welcome to the broadcast. Today, Bahamian authorities making a significant seizure in waters off Paradise Island, bringing down an illegal operation which has allegedly been going on for several months. Corporal Pyfram has the details in the Bahamas Tonight exclusive.
Tuesday's operation was carried out with little fanfare, barely making a splash. A joint task force representing the Port Department, Customs, and the Royal Bahamas Police and Defense Forces. For months, they had been tipped off about a foreign company illegally operating a charter vessel service. And this was the day they moved in on them. There were 5 craft confiscated. They were seized just off Paradise Island and brought Tuesday to the Defense Forces Harbor Patrol Unit on East Bay Street. The vessels are being held by Customs, and the owner has 30 days to present proper documentation, including permits and licenses, otherwise face losing these vessels altogether. The seizure of these vessels, officials say, is significant, also because they could have been for a variety of illegal activities.
The charter boat industry, which is reserved for Bahamians, is a lucrative industry. The Port Department, as the regulators and the licensing authority for such operation, it is our duty to ensure that all vessels operating under the Foreign Charter Boat Act or the charter industry is duly licensed.
These efforts protect our local economy and ensure that our citizens have the right to operate and make funds.
Authorities seem to think this activity is happening on a wide scale.
Vessels under cruising permits should be for bona fide visitors only, for no form of remuneration. And our investigation led us to believe that these were operating illegally as charters.
Tuesday's operation and subsequent seizure of these vessels is a part of a months-long investigation and collaboration among several government agencies. Officials confirming to us that several people have been detained for questioning, though they won't say specifically how many. They do stress, however, that this is a part of an ongoing investigation. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pfeiffer.
Thank you for that reporting, Corvell. No April Fool's prank here, but a critical cut on your grocery bill taking effect today through the government's move to reduce VAT on certain food store items. Lloyd Allen has more on how the adjustment was rolled out.
Well, it's April 1st, a number of discounts expected across stores across the country in reference to a reduction in VAT. Like these items, while they may appear to be similar, the Gatorade is discounted at that 5% VAT, while the added sugar beverage is still at 10%.
If you look at your receipt, every item is itemized either T1 or T2.
Super Value Mackey Street store manager Nolan Adderley says their stores and other grocers continue to make adjustments on shelf prices.
The tax one will be the tax that was always around, which is VAT 10%, and the new tax would have been VAT 5%.
Adderley adds if there is confusion, the details are on your receipt.
When you get to the bottom, it'll also give you a breakdown on using those same terminologies, tax 1 and tax 2, so you'll see what you paid for every item on your receipt.
So we spoke with a number of shoppers to find out if they saw any differences. Here's one, and she's from Freeport as well. What did you see?
Well, I didn't realize today was the first and there was gonna be a change, but when you asked and I looked at the receipt, I noticed that there are two different totals for VAT.
We purchased some chips, some juice, some candies, water, and it reflects on your receipt.
It's a lot better, and I really appreciate it.
Now, beyond your level of satisfaction, officials say ensure you check your receipt before walking away from the register to ensure you get the discount you deserve. Reporting from Super Value Mackey Street for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Great reporting, Lloyd. While the transition has gone smoothly for most part, Super Value President Deborah Simonet says because the changes are so comprehensive, customers may experience some minor confusion. But overall, she expects the process to be almost seamless.
We have our shelf talkers, or you may know them as shelf tags, and then we also have the individual stickers on the items. So it's not going to be so easy changing everything at once. Customers may come into the stores and find that all of the prices have not been changed as yet, but they can rest assured that when they get to the register, the prices will be correct.
We can also tell you tonight that Eleuthera grocers spent the past few days readying their systems to comply with the new value-added tax rate on unprepared food, but the same can't be said in the case of some Rock Sound shoppers. Here's Altavis Munnings.
Well, operations here at the Hall's Grocery and Variety Store in Rock Sound, Eleuthera were quite busy Tuesday morning. Many residents surprisingly didn't really know about the new value-added tax rate that was posted on food items as well as baby items and lunch items that started today. Here's some of their reactions. The new rate of value-added tax on food items that started today, are you aware of it?
No.
You don't know about it?
No.
But do you feel as though lowering food prices is a good thing?
Well, I think so. It's up to the people who own the place.
Mr. Hall was always reasonable on this stuff.
So you feel it's a good move for Eleuthera shoppers?
Yeah. It was always. But when you go to other restaurant shop, you got to carry a lot of paper.
Great. That's a wonderful idea. Move it all together. Hallelujah. We need it. Praise be to God.
The store's owner confirmed to our news team that he was busy for the past 2 days ensuring his software was compliant with the new value-added tax rate. Over at the food market at the marketplace, employees were testing their equipment on Monday to ensure the correct prices of food items are generated in accordance with the new VAT rate. However, owner and Eleuthera Chamber of Commerce President Thomas Sands shared this observation.
Even though there's a reduction of VAT, costs continue to escalate. Costs that are beyond the control of anybody on this island, in this country. And so the reality is, yes, you're going to pay less in VAT on food products, but the reality is I don't see where the cost of food realistically is going to be reduced moving forward.
Now, most of the Eleuthera residents that we did speak with are very excited about the new value-added tax rate, and they're also anticipating a lower cost in their grocery items. Reporting from Roxtown, Eleuthera, I'm Altaviz Munnings. Back to you.
Thank you, Altaviz. A former prime minister is applauding the newly appointed judge who lambasted the court system and warned that it could crush under the weight of long delays. ZNS was the first station to bring you the report of Justice Dale Fitzpatrick expressing anxiety over belabored delays in the administration of justice in this jurisdiction. He was warning prosecution and defense attorneys in the case of Police Chief Superintendent Michael Johnson and others to have their ducks in a row. Felicity Darville reports.
Former Prime Minister the Right Honourable Hubert Ingram, an attorney by profession, has issued a public letter in support of Supreme Court Justice Dale Fitzpatrick, who expressed his anxiety about the amount of backlog and delays in our judicial system. Mr. Ingram said too many cases take too long to go to trial in this country, such as a recent murder case for an incident that happened in 2019 and has just come to verdict 6 years later. Judges, he advised, must exercise their power to manage cases, and long delays and adjournments must not be allowed. Mr. Ingram said too many judges are inefficient at managing their time and take too long to deliver judgments. There are known cases, he said, where judges take more than 3 years to deliver a judgment, and some have retired without giving a written, reasoned judgment for oral decisions they have made. This, he said, is simply inexcusable. Lawyers contribute to the delays, he said, coming to court unprepared and overcommitting to too many cases. The Office of the Public Defender, Mr. Ingram added, needs more resources, and all of this has contributed to delays, backlog, and to people losing confidence in the judicial system. Justice Fitzpatrick announced that he would be chopping down the long witness list proposed by the prosecution in the case of Police Chief Superintendent Michael Johnson and others, ensuring that only the most credible witnesses are brought to court who won't waste the court's time. He plans to preside over this trial for a month in March 2026. Mr. Ingram said that Justice Fitzpatrick has only been in the Bahamas for 3 months, and he's already recognized the grave problems we are facing. Now, progress has already been made in addressing these issues. The Court Services Act has come into effect, as well as trial by judge alone. The Supreme Court has introduced electronic filing and case management systems, and there's a new court complex dedicated to family matters. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Felicity Darville.
Thank you, Felicity. Still to come, a new aircraft for the national flag carrier. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight at 11. More news in just a moment.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping, travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Hello everyone, this is Tony Williams back with a special promotion for BahamasAir.com and GoGo Florida. The $100 deposit is back, but it's only on your debit card. So whether you're renting that sedan, SUV, or spacious minivan for group or family trips, keep your cash in your pocket. Only Dollar Thrifty is making it convenient for you. Your $100 deposit held on your debit card. Available at Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, and Orlando. Book now and save big all summer long.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, where safety is first.
The Department of Aviation launching an industry-wide conference at the Bahamas Resort. Aviation Director Dr. Kenneth Romer says 300 people are training in person and another 1,000 virtually.
We established the Bahamas Aeronautical Academy. We would have been establishing MOUs with tertiary institutions, but before persons go to tertiary institutions, we thought it wise to establish in many of our high schools aviation clubs, aviation cadet programs. So we are actually going to predict and train what the next generation of aviation professionals look like.
The aviation director also spoke about significant progress being made on airports throughout the country.
Bimini is on target to really be completed ahead of schedule. We are targeted Bimini by the end of December of this year. Airside work is going on right now in Bimini. Landside work is also happening. We have active airside and landside work going on right now in both New Bight and Atherstone, Cat Island. We have restarted active work in Georgetown, Exuma. I know that a lot of persons were concerned about North Eleuthera, but as we speak right now, work is being completed in Governor's Harbor, and also preliminary works is taking place right now for the new North Eleuthera International Airport. Again, we have airports across the length and breadth of the Bahamas. Folks are speaking about Grand Bahama. Grand Bahama is going through right now a additional planning phase for phase 1 of the new Grand Bahama International Airport. So at least 14 airports will be getting focused attention as a part of what we coin the transformation, the renaissance of our family islands by focusing on the development of airport infrastructure.
Still talking aviation, a welcome boost to the national flag carrier. Bahamas Air has acquired a new ATR-72 aircraft, which should be operational in short order.
It's a 70-seater. It's going to be to enhance the product that we provide in and around the islands. And we're really happy to tell you that that airplane is actually in the sky. It left France this morning. It's on its way to Cape Verde Islands. In another 3 days or so, it will actually be here in the Bahamas.
The Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union utilizing the weekend to connect potential homeowners with the experts they need to build their dream homes. Hosting a one-day homeowners expo at the Kendall Isaacs Gym, the event featured more than 50 exhibitors. Union Vice President Sheila Burrows says with the rental prices skyrocketing, the expo was a great opportunity to learn about alternative avenues.
Now, in this country, the rent fee is so high, and so the rental that you're paying to other persons can be your mortgage. And so we are here having a booth with National Cooperative Credit Union to make sure that we get people pre-qualified. They can come in, they can sign up, and we have the pamphlets and everything set out here. So we came together with this initiative along with our president, Mr. Darren Woods, from Hotel Union, to make sure that we invite the whole Bahamas.
Since 2012, One Eleuthera Foundation has been empowering communities across Eleuthera and transforming them into thriving, self-sufficient ecosystems. Our Altavis Munnings has the operations update.
Nestled in the heart of Rock Sound, Eleuthera is the One Eleuthera Foundation that offers several programs to residents here in South Eleuthera. And to tell us more is the Chief Communications Officer for the One Eleuthera Foundation, Yolanda Powar. And Yolanda, I love this place, the retreat, the farmer's table. Tell us what One Eleuthera Foundation is doing.
Thank you, Altavis. It's such a pleasure to have you here. So we're on the property for the Center for Training and Innovation, which is the sister organization to One Elevation. This is a training campus in South Eleuthera. We have the farm to table restaurants, a sustainable agriculture farm, and a hotel, as you can see behind us, with 15 rooms.
Tell us about the Center for Training, the Training Institute. Is it only for Eleutherans or other students from other family islands can attend?
Well, because the courses are 12 weeks in length, and we are based here in Eleuthera, it's mostly for Eleuthera students for now. But we do have some hybrid classes where students are able to participate virtually. But for the most part, most of our technical and vocational training happens right here for the Eleutherians on assignment.
And what courses does CTI offer?
We have a variety of courses. We definitely have construction trades like carpentry, electrical installation. But we also have sustainable agriculture courses at hydroponics, at farming, and the basic culinary and hospitality here, like the hotel. But what we're trying to do is to tailor our programming to meet the needs of the island and its population so that we can continue to contribute to the skills gap and closing that skills gap, and also helping our economy to grow and our industries to thrive.
Thanks so much, Yolanda. So good to see you.
Thank you. It's so good to have you here, and I hope that we'll be able to welcome you back soon for a little vacation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Reporting from Rock Sound, Eleuthera, I'm Altavis Munnings. Back to you.
Thank you again, Altavis. As part of observances marking the Royal Bahamas Police Force's 185th anniversary, scores turning out to the organization's mini tattoo and cultural festival in the Engliston community. Besides the music, hoopla, and the fanfare, Senior Assistant Commissioner of Police with responsibility for information and communication technology, Javarco Dames, says the event is aimed at restoring unity to the inner city.
Nothing but spectacular. When we launched Police Month under the theme of the 185 years of courage, integrity, and loyalty, the commissioner decided that she wanted to have a mini tattoo in several of the communities. We started out in Pinewood, Then we went on to Camp Road. We ended up in Gambia, and then we ended up here in Angliston with the grand finale.
A time of reflection for the women of the Bahamas Public Parks and Public Beaches Authority on the tail end of International Women's Month. Special guests, wife of the Prime Minister, Anne-Marie Davis, and Her Excellency, the Honorable Leslie Miller-Bryce, dropped by the Gladstone Road building to give the women their flowers at a luncheon put on by the authority. Pitching in with a male perspective and further empowering the women, whom he credits for his success, was Public Park and Beaches Authority Executive Chairman, the Honorable Mikkel Bonneby.
So once again, thank you for allowing me to continue to steer this ship and continuing to repose your confidence in me, someone that some people may not have believed in the beginning. You don't win without the woman them, because the woman them loyal and they strong and determined, and we need the woman them in this country. So, and any real man knows that you don't go too far without them.
In a grand gesture of appreciation, BTC hosting a family fun day for the residents of Chippenham. The event was designed to give back to the community and express BTC's gratitude for their loyalty, love, and support of its customers. Beyond this, the BTC team also took the time to engage directly with the community, speaking with residents to better understand any challenges they may be experiencing.
Our network team came in before today, and they would have checked to make sure that the mobile network scores are high, that the fiber network scores within the area are high, that the services are well, and if there's any issues or any faults within the area, that we've addressed them ahead of time. In terms of complaints, to be honest with you, surprisingly in this area before we came today and checking with the community in Chippenham, and this is full transparency, honest truth, there were no issues or faults or complaints within the area, which we were happy with.
Amajal Knowles has a look at what's coming up in sports tonight. Amajal?
SAC and BTC honored Devin after her big performance. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we have been in Exoma now for the past 4 years, carrying out our paving program. A part of our company's philosophy is to do some work to international standards. So when you look at our paving division, we have a state-of-the-art lab to do all of our testing in-house, as well as a state-of-the-art asphalt plant with a trained technician carrying out the work on that site. The overarching goal of our company is to produce the work that we're doing in the entire Bahamas to international standards. We also make a difference by the training of our staff. We have a very intensive training program going on to where we are teaching young men how to learn the art of striping. Being a young man myself, I've made mistakes in the past. I was given a second chance to better my life, and it's only fitting that we pass it along. What's important for us is giving them a second chance for them to get a skill and a career that could take them further in life.
Here at Immigration Care Service, you can trust us, especially if you have experienced issues or problems with the U.S. immigration at the borders. We'll do our best to provide options and solutions to immigration roadblocks, so travelers can continue visiting the U.S. and residents can continue living their lives in the U.S. without worries. The best part? Our services are affordable and accessible. Take the mystery, confusion, and fear out of your immigration concerns. Contact Immigration Care Service today.
Tuesday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports fresh off her gold medal winning performance and title defense at this year's World Indoor Championships. Bahamian hurdles superstar Devin Charlton continuing to receive her flowers here at home, this time from her alma mater, as well as a local telecommunications giant. Our Charles Fisher has more in this report.
It was a special homecoming for the world record holder and 60-meter world indoor champ as she visited her former school. Her parents, Dave and Laura, there to share in the moment. Devin showered with gifts, a special sock jersey with two-time world champ 7.65, indicating a world record time inscribed on both sleeves. Once a soccer, always a soccer. Track and field team members pose with the champ. Devin, very emotional when addressing the student body.
To my alma mater, St. Augustine's, thank you for nurturing my dreams. And instilling in me the values of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. I owe a great deal of my success to the foundation I built here, and I am forever grateful.
School's principal Marcy Thompson pointing out that the Sack family and the country is proud of Devon's accomplishments.
You are a shining example to this generation of Sack students and athletes of how hard work and perseverance pay off. You are a shining example to thousands of young people in this country, athletes and non-athletes, that with the same hard work and perseverance, along with trust in God, all things are possible.
BTC CEO Shamel Bhatti making a special announcement.
Devon joins the BTC family as our newest brand ambassador under a one-year contract valued at $30,000.
The check presentation did not stop there, as track team also getting rewarded.
BTC will today make a $2,000 donation. I'm told will be used to assist with your journey to the upcoming Penn Relay.
Great day of celebration on the campus of SAC. Continue the good work, Devon. For Zedna Tool Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
Baseball news, while it may be April Fool's, Bahamian baseball star Jazz Chisholm Jr. not joking around with the haters. Jazz sounding off on the detractors after the Yankees had a record-setting weekend at the plate. Jazz taking to Twitter to call out those questioning the Yankees' new torpedo bats that were deemed legal by the MLB. You can see the aforementioned tweet here on the screen. The 27-time World Series champions caused quite a stir when the team's broadcast first talked about their new bats, which came about after their analytics department conducted a study on their shortstop Anthony Volpe and his swing. Jazz also addressing the media as well.
I love my bat. You know what I mean? I think you could tell. It's working pretty well for me, but I mean, it doesn't feel like a different bat. It just helps you in a little way, I guess.
When did it get on your radar?
I started using it the last week and a half of spring, I think. And I mean, I just never looked back after that. I mean, it still felt like my bat. It feels good. Hit the ball off the barrel. Feel comfortable in the box, you know.
And the championship game of the second annual Mario Bullock Best of the Best Classic wrapping up yesterday over in Grand Bahama at the St. George's Gym, proving that their Hugh Campbell run was certainly no fluke. The Tabernacle Baptist Falcons knocking off their rival, the Sunland Baptist Stingers, 64-54. Jairus Hall, the high point man for Tabby with 17. He would also take home game MVP honors. The tournament MVP, that will go to Gianno Murray. Defensive player of the tournament, Dylan Morris. And that's Bill Extra Sports on this Tuesday. A check on weather when we return.
The Hidden Disabilities Sunflower is a globally recognized symbol for persons with invisible disabilities.
The sunflower lanyard made our journey less stressful, smoother, and more inclusive.
REACH is proud to support the Hidden Sunflower Scheme, which makes the invisible visible. So far, the Nassau Airport Authority and the Nassau Cruise Port are sunflower certified.
So if you see someone with a sunflower lanyard, always remember to be patient and ask if they need some help. Please be kind and always remember to show respect.
We wish to encourage more hotel operators with amenities such as water parks, restaurants, cinemas, government offices to join this initiative, making the Bahamas a more sunflower-friendly country.
Please feel free to reach out to the REACH office at 328-4123, or you can reach out to the National Commissions for Persons with Disabilities at 396-8700.
The thought of colon cancer never really crossed my mind until 2019, when a very good friend of mine was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. I was shocked. Everybody was shocked because he was a picture of perfect health. He was young, athletic, successful, and full of life. Many of us are still in disbelief. I started to question my own health because if it happened to him, surely it could happen to me. Then came the fear, the anxiety, and everything else in between. Facing your own mortality is very sobering. But for me, I decided right then to have a colonoscopy. And I'm glad I did.
Colon cancer is the third most common cancer diagnosed in Bahamian men and women. Fortunately, almost all colon cancers are preventable. A colonoscopy or some other appropriate form of colon cancer screening is recommended for everyone over the age of 45. During a colonoscopy, we can detect and remove colon polyps that may grow and later become colon cancers. Don't wait until you develop symptoms, such as blood in your stool, abdominal pain, a significant change in your bowel habits, or unintentional weight loss. These may all be indications of a severe problem that requires immediate attention. If you're over the age of 45 or have any of those symptoms, talk to your doctor about the benefits of colon cancer screening today.
PREP stands for Prepare, Refocus, Educate, and Produce. When young people come to the program, we make them feel comfortable. We may break out into groups. When Philip asked Nathaniel, Nathaniel said to him, "Can anything good come out of Nazareth?" Has anyone said, "Can anything good come out of Canaan Lane? Can anything good come out of Ball's Alley?" There are a lot of young people in Canaan Lane who are excelling in track, who are doing well in school. What I started PREP to help to do, to get people to understand and notice that there are problems and issues that are going on with our young people, that indeed we who can do something should do something. And so PREP is here for them, creating the opportunities, letting them know that there is potential that you have not yet discovered within yourself. Crime-free looks like me.
Do your part. Join the movement to a safer Bahamas.
It's time now for a weather check with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Royce. We had a few light showers passing across the islands this morning, but things have dried out since then as high pressure continues to take control of our weather pattern. And your temperatures around the islands this evening, 76 in Marshall, Abaco, Green Tulkey, also Freeport at 76 degrees, 78 in the Berry Island, Alistown, Bimini, 78 degrees as well. Pick up another 78 in Harbour Island, Roxanne, Lutra, 76 degrees, 76 in Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rum Key. Georgetown and Zuma, 1 degree up at 77 degrees. As we take you a little further south, 78 in Ragged Island, Clarence, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, McGuana, and Acklands reporting 79. 80 degrees in Matitani, Niagara, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 79 degrees. And your forecast tonight, we are looking at mainly clear, breezy, but on the warm side, so you might need to use those ACs tonight to keep yourself comfortable. Low temperature getting down to 75 degrees. And then tomorrow, mostly sunny, still a bit on the breezy side with a high temperature of 83 degrees and extended weather forecast. Beautiful sky conditions, lots of sunshine in the forecast, taking us right into the weekend. But we're going to get those toasty temperatures as we head into the weekend. 85 degrees popping up on Friday of this week. And those nighttime temperatures, they're going to be in the low 70s for the greater part. It seems as though we'll get a little 69 as we head into Sunday. But generally, your temperatures will be in the low 70s, Royston.
Hopefully that breeze continues to keep things cool. Well, that does it for the Bahamas tonight at 11. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. Thank you for watching, and good night.
At Tonic Williams Darling Highway, I'm Tijaro Hudson. This is ZNS.